Yeah. How come I keep starting almost every single live stream with a burp? At least I know that's how the mic works. But yeah, as you can see, MechaJURAS, the once unplayable mechanical monster thing, the mecha version of MechaJURAS that used to be that is still a stage hazard, has now become playable. The best part, it's free. Like, this is a full DLC. Like, this is a free DLC, which is great. I remember seeing so many, like, Reddit forums on, like, the GigaBash Reddit, talking about, like, things they want added to the game. And for some reason, MechaJURAS as playable was, like, one of the top ones, alongside a Gamma and Pacific Rim DLC. While I'd support the other two, I honestly did not think MechaJURAS would become playable, like, during this whole gameplay thing. Like, I did not think MechaJURAS, which is essentially a boss monster, would be playable. But I am glad he's now in the game. I'm glad he's now playable. At least it fixes the whole, like, uneven character counts. Because every single character add-on has usually just had like two characters. Yeah, but then Ultraman and Emmy in the background, like, uneven the counts. So I think it was like 21 or something. But now this evens the count to 22. So yeah, MechaJURAS, it's now playable. Oh, there he is. Oh, look at him. Also, I think he actually has a different model than the actual stage hazard version. Alright. Developed by our top minds here at Global Titan Defense Initiative and modeled after the MechaJURAS Titan, the MechaJURAS mech is an unparalleled Titan deterrent. Although its rudimentary features may not compare to Ultimatech's fancy high-tech Thundertross mech suit, watching it decimate our dummy titans during the combat trials has demonstrated Dr. Adler's unparalleled genius. Outfitted with a destructive rocket drill and grapple claw alongside an arsenal of devastating armaments, MechaJURAS is the pinnacle of our struggles and hard work. As I look upon it in the hangar now, after its upgrades and tinkerings from the R&D team from the past year, especially after all those failed prototypes, I have no doubt that MechaJURAS will serve as a gleaming bastion of mankind against all Titan attacks. MechaJURAS is finally ready to roll out. Oh, here it is. Mechanical Rumble. Pummels the enemy with two swipes, follows up with a grapple claw grab into a body slam finisher. That's cool. Booster Impact. Warms up its engine before boosting forward with drill and claw spinning. Charge longer for more damage and boost distance. That looks fun. Rocket Drill. Fires its massive rocket drill forward, deals damage to the first enemy hit, can be used in midair. Grapple Claw. Readies the Grapple Claw before launching it forward. The claw grabs any enemy in its path back to MechaJURAS for a finisher with the drill. Can be aimed. Grinding Gear. Revs its track to shreds with mechanical ferocity, damaging all enemies below them multiple times. IndianaJURAS. Fires the Grapple Claw forward to pull in the first enemy hit, then MechaJURAS uses the momentum to kick off them. Deflector Shield discharges electricity to create a protective sphere around the MechaJURAS. Reflects deflective properties from the MechaJURAS Titan, weak against sustained beams. Refractor Beam creates a concentrated ball of Giga energy that fires off as a deadly beam into the air. Has significant recoil. Shocking Driller supercharges the rocket drill with electricity and thrusts it into the grabbed enemy. Turbo Whirl spins around with its armaments, pulls in and damages all nearby enemies. And the ultimate, Titano Exterminatus, fires the rocket drill into the sky that transforms midair and crashes down into the ground to drill viciously. It pulls in all enemies and deals massive continuous damage in a large area. That's crazy. I want to watch that again. That's so sick. And passive. Fires up its rocket booster and slows down its full speed. That's neat. Salute. Grapplecopter. Yeehaw. And Red Alert. I love that one. Reports. Audio log. The following is an excerpt from a recorded discussion between Dr. Adler and Adrian Reynolds. Plans to release it soon, sir? We already spent 90% of the budget on the prototypes, and it was nowhere near completion. I thought the MechaJURAS program got cancelled ages ago, and these blueprints, I thought they looked familiar. You heard me, Doctor. The boss wants to kickstart production again, with plans to do a global launch next year. MechaJURAS will be fully realized. With all the bells and whistles that you boys at Weapons Research cooked up on those blueprints years ago, he's willing to pull out all the stops to make this happen. More budget, resources, upgraded coffee machines, all of it. So gather the team immediately and get started. If I may ask, sir, why? With the proposed improvements, even with double the team size, we'll still need at least 2 years of production. Not to mention we still have terabytes of field data to analyze, critical bugs we need to iron out, and design tweaks needed to increase combat efficiency. Once all that's done, marketing needs to... I know, damn it. You'd think I'd be standing here wasting my time with you if I didn't know the logistics? So sorry, sir. I wanted to know. Sigh. It's alright. I apologize, Doctor. It's been a long day, yes. The boss was getting ready to axe the MechaJURAS program. However, lately there's been reports of anomalies. Our Giga counters are recording unexplicit massive spikes of Giga energy popping up around the world. The boss thinks this could indicate a new wave of kaijus invading. Oh man. This is why the MechaJURAS program must come to fruition. The fate of the Global Titan Defense Initiative and the world depends on it. MechaJURAS, the world's first mass-produced Titan deterrent, can be at the forefront of every kaiju attack, protecting homes and families all over the world. Especially with those new upgrades. Every MechaJURAS unit is going to be an absolute powerhouse. The future of Liberty is waiting, Doctor. The boss is trusting you see it through. I'll do it, sir. I'll make him and the GTDI proud. So be back to the production schedule, sir. Does this mean we can get the 2 years for production? No, 1 year. Make it happen. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to finally introduce MechaJURAS is officially rolling out. The Global Titan Defense blah 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 will be officially shipping the first batch of MechaJURAS anti-Titan deterrents to countries worldwide today. Each of these units are outfitted with the most effective anti-Titan arsenal that our top minds have developed. At long last, our shared dream of providing ultimate security to the masses against those barbaric Titans is achieved. No more do your children have to sleep in fear. MechaJURAS will be their beacon of hope. I implore everyone to close your eyes and imagine every kaiju attack in every country can now be dealt with swiftly and with minimal collateral damage thanks to MechaJURAS. As of today, that has become a reality. The age of terror is officially over. That's not all, folks. We're going big. I'm talking franchising big. Video games, movies, toys, TV shows, figurines. I wish. MechaJURAS is going to be the face of entertainment for the new generation. We just signed a 5-picture deal with Universal Pictures, and there's more to come. From the biting cold of Slavagrad to the tropical heat of Luana Island, MechaJURAS will be at the forefront of Titan defense across the globe. Long live mankind and long live MechaJURAS. I actually wish GigaBash actually put in money for action figures. I feel like those would be cool. Oh, let's go play as him. There he is. Unyielding defender. Oh, that's cool. He actually has a skin based directly on MechaJURAS. PP, Scout, Banana, RJ-8078, Scarlet Sentinel, Black Forge, Gear Spur, and then, excuse me, and then that's it. I haven't played this game in a while. Oh, let's go try him out. Ouch. Also, it always goes directly in the middle of the map. Yeah, that's what you get. Yeah, he's actually really fun. Uh-oh. There we go. Yeah, he's actually really fun. Which one's the robot? I didn't notice the jets that fly when you do the salute. I just want to play through all the skins. What bench? Why does MechaJURAS look like Invincible? Like he's got the same exact colors. Like does he not have the same colors as him? I had a pretty interesting day. Are you sure? Pretty sure. Food trash bag in the space at work. Are you sure? Mark, we can finally be bees. This isn't your work, but we can finally be bees. We will live for 30 years. You'll be a pet. A pet? A pet. Mark, this is good news. This is insane. Just Invincible brain rot. No, if you actually haven't watched Invincible, go watch it. It's so good. Stand ready for my arrival, worm. I got that. That was mine. You stole it. Where is he? Where is Omni-Man? Where is he? Where is Omni-Man? Where is he? I'm just trying to think, how much Invincible brain rot is there? I know there's Are You Sure? There's Are You Sure? There's Stand Ready for My Arrival. There's the bees. I know that one's recent. And yeah, and then there's Where is Omni-Man? I'm so focused on the Invincible brain rot, I'm losing. Yeah, that was my fault. Should have moved. His beam has an odd angle. Now he's got to fight. Now he's got to fight some third-party characters. Like Ultraman. Everyone loves Ultraman. On the small subject of like more third-party characters, I do hope they do add Gamera. I know Daiei would be hard to work with. How did that hit me? But anyways, I know Daiei would be hard to work with just to get Gamera into this game, especially since it already has Godzilla and Ultraman. But I really hope they can do it. Like, Gamera is already in Godzilla Battle Line, and they seem fine with that. So I don't see why they couldn't add Gamera into this game if they can get the licensing and approval. So if they do, I hope it's a 4-character pack. So Gamera can at least have as many characters as like Godzilla and Ultraman do. So I wonder what kind of characters would they add. Well, obviously Gamera. But who else? And then even speaking of, which specific version of Gamera would they add? If I were them, I'd probably add either his Heisei counterpart, since that's the most well known. Yeah, since that's the most well known, or the Rebirth version, since that's the newest one out. Like, either one of those would be fine, and could have like a really cool moveset. Especially Heisei Gamera. He's my favorite. By far. I'd love to rewatch the movies again too. So yeah, so alongside either Heisei or Rebirth Gamera, I think the next character that he should add should be Gyaos. Because Gyaos is literally Gamera's most well-known opponent. So it makes sense to add him. And then talking about like which version of Gyaos they should add, it should be either Showa or maybe Heisei. Not really Rebirth. Not a fan of the Rebirth design, especially with those long ass tongues. You know. Yeah, it should definitely be Showa or Heisei, since both have could have decent movesets. Mainly Heisei. The next character they should probably add would probably be a Showa rep. And out of all of Gamera's Showa enemies, probably the most well known would be Giron, the one with the knife on his big head. Yeah, I feel like Giron could have a cool moveset, especially if they based it on either his Rebirth or Showa design, since both could definitely have a good moveset. Though if they did do the Rebirth design and incorporate this really athletic, acrobatic, and elastic behavior, that would be great. So he could literally just jump around the stage all like this. And then the final character I'd probably want them to add. Mechagodzilla just stole my ultimate. Alright. But yeah, the final character they should add for a Gamera DLC, which should be a Heisei rep. But I feel like the best Heisei rep would definitely be Iris. Because Iris could have a cool moveset involving his tentaclances. I want to talk about Gamera right now. I'm just practicing. My mind's a blur right now. But yeah, I just want to talk about Gam right now. Because I still feel like his inclusion in this game could be great. Because, I mean, this game obviously already has Godzilla. It already has Godzilla and Ultraman. So I feel like Gamera would just probably be just the next one. And then maybe Pacific Rim. That's a big maybe because not many people really care about Pacific Rim anymore. No offense to any Pacific Rim fans out there. Like, I do love Pacific Rim. I just really haven't thought about it in ages. Because there's really just been nothing. They had the one movie, they had that semi-unofficial sequel. And then they had like a TV show on Netflix that I don't think anyone really watched. Or at least a few people might have watched. I remember starting to watch it, but I never got around to it. But then aside from Gamera and Pacific Rim, I don't know what like DLC characters they could. I don't know what characters they could add. Then like the only ones I can think of is maybe two like MonsterVerse DLCs. Like one for like Godzilla and Kong, and another one for like Scar King and the female Muto. I just realized his tires aren't moving when he walks. Or King Ghidorah. I love King Ghidorah in this game. He's actually really fun. And I know you can actually dribble opponents if you get it just right. This is going to be the second to last fight I'll do. Ultraman and Emmy, Gigan, and Hedorah. And the last one I definitely want to do is with Godzilla. By the way, is it me, or has Hedorah just lately been getting more attention? Because I remember when Hedorah was like one of those monsters no one would really want to talk about. Because they came from like the dark times of the Godzilla franchise, when he was like for kids. Yeah, but nowadays Hedorah's been really been getting attention. It's definitely been from Hedorah's 50th anniversary back in 2021. With that short film utilizing the suits. And then Hedorah got added to this game, and then Hedorah featured prominently in Godzilla vs. Hulk. But yeah, Hedora's definitely just been getting more attention lately. Like, I'm all for it, because Hedorah is a pretty cool character. Well, slightly been getting more attention. I actually don't even know. Everyone's going big. Go big or go home. Well, except Hedorah. Hedorah is defeated! Since I'm fighting Ultraman, I really hope Ultraman Rising gets a sequel on Netflix, because it is a really good movie. Like, it is genuinely a good movie, and the film even ends with like a sort of sequel teaser. Size doesn't matter. 1 KO. I'll save that. Because I've only had that once with like Gigan. I've never seen like a normal size kaiju beat an S-class kaiju. But the last fight I'm gonna have is not with him, against Godzilla. That's what it's all been coming down to. Fight against the big guy. And then after this battle, I'll unstring. Come on, Big G, what you got? my fault. That's my fault for taking down Tokyo Tower. But yeah, his treads actually don't roll when he walks. Right, burning Godzilla. I just quickly want to, like, if they did do a MonsterVerse DLC, I feel like there should be two of them. One that includes Godzilla and Kong, and one for Scar King and Female Muda, since they're the two more prominent enemies. Like, I know it would probably make more sense to do Scar King and Shimo, but I'd rather Shimo being, like, Scar King's ultimate. Like, have him summon Shimo for a moment and freeze everyone, doing loads of damage. And then, like, for the Godzilla and Kong DLC, have it be Godzilla evolved, and then add Kong with Beast Glove. Nice try, Doji. So dead. Poor big guy. But MechaJURAS prospers. But yeah, that will have to end the live stream here. I know it's a short one. How long? How long exactly? Yeah, only 56 minutes. But yeah, it's just to show off MechaJURAS, and just also remember he's free too. Yeah, so definitely get the DLC if you have the game. Like, why wouldn't you want a free character anyways? And definitely support GigaBash and the devs. They really deserve the support because they're really good. And I'll see you all later. So, bye-bye.